Well, here we go. Welcome back to another vlog, except it's a little bit different this time because it is me getting ready for Ascot. Now, this morning has been a little bit testing, one may say, because I've had to do some work and I've had to come back. Now I've sort of, luckily the person I went to do, I sort of know, well, yeah, I know, not friends, but yeah, anyway. So I didn't have to put much makeup on, so what I've done is kind of take back some makeup to kind of start with you again. But anyway, that's beside the point. We're here now, we're getting ready, got about half an hour, so let's get on with it. Now what I've already got on and that I couldn't take off is my number 7 Future Renew. SPF 50. It's very sunny today, but I couldn't care less that it's sunny because I'd still be wearing SPF 50 if it was raining and overcast. And that is for the UVA. UVB is probably the thing that's going to give you cancer and that most people protect from. UVA is this one that's going to damage skin. Now, UVA can get through your windows, can get through the clouds, can get through when you're driving your car. You need SPF 50 every day. I'm sick of telling you. I'm not going to tell you anymore. I'm fed up talking about it. I might still talk about it. Now, I wasn't sure today whether to wear foundation or not. Don't love it. I want my skin to look really shiny and healthy. But I have got quite a lot of, like, not spots, but I get tons and tons of these, like, can you see all these like little broken capillaries? Don't think I'm gonna. I'm just gonna go in firstly with my Lacura concealer. To be honest with you, this is so pigmented, I'll probably get away with it. Now, let's get those back caves done. Let's cover up these little blemishes. That's a new one, and I think that was a burst blood vessel from picking a spot, so what a dickhead. Like, it's so funny how I don't listen to my own advice, isn't it? And I've still got some bruising here from, I went to Guy's Hospital, which is the team that are looking after me for my headaches, and I had Botox down in these masseter muscles, so now I can't move them at all, which is very bizarre. Weirdly, I can still chew, which is, you know, I wouldn't have minded if that was taken away from me. Instead of wetting my beauty blender, I'm going to pop on some Ciate Watermelon Burst setting spray. Smells like your childhood, FYI, if you were growing up in the 90s, born in the 80s. Because I'm going to dampen it that way, and that might have the double effect of setting the makeup alongside getting my beauty blender damp, so winning at life. So yeah, I've got a little yellowy bruise there, which is fine. I don't expect anyone to leave a notice. I doubt anyone's going to be paying attention to me. Talking of which, I said I'd come on here and talk to you about my fatness. Now, I'm not even looking at you, but you'll be fine with that, won't you? Because I'm looking into a mirror that's just in front of me here. I posted on my stories, and I was kind of laughing in it, but I was also crying, which probably did come across quite bad, to be fair. But that a homeless man who I stopped to give some money to because some kids were being horrible to him asked if I was pregnant. Now, two things. He's got a lot on already, and I doubt if he was in that position, he was maybe sort of grown up or educated in the way that you wouldn't maybe say that to someone. And so it wasn't his fault at all. Also, I think he was just trying to make conversation and he was being kind. So no problem there. You know, we don't say it to people, but you know, we've all been there. We've all been there at some point in our lives, I'm sure. And I wasn't really upset about that. What it was is that it happened twice in a month. What it was is that it upset me because I already think that about myself. Where's my makeup bag? Right, so I posted that on my stories. And going in there with my NARS translucent pressed powder. Translucent is always white, by the way, if you didn't know that. Comes in loose, which is great. I think actually probably loose does give you a bit more coverage, but I carry this around with me because I'm pretty much never home when I do my makeup. Like this morning, I did it roughly in the car. So I'm actually going to set as much of my face as possible. Although I don't normally do this, I just do my eyelids. That's very important. Get that powder on there so your eyeshadow doesn't crease. I normally just do my eyelids and under my eyes, but I'm going to do a little bit more today, and I can always put the dewiness back in again. I don't think I can actually class myself as a vlogger because I'm pretty sure, well, firstly, 7 people have watched my videos and I've been making them for about 2 years now. And secondly, I don't really know how you guys, like real people who have it as a job, how you talk while doing stuff like that. To me is, yeah, as you can see, not very easy. Now this is a bronzer that I'm using as a contour. It is completely matte though. It's Sensai, and actually it's a face powder, but it got sent to me, and it's so dark. And to be honest, I would put it in my kit, but it's very few people need powdering in that kind of reddy shade. So anyway, it's now my bronzer, because I hate shimmery bronzers. I think they look really fake, and I think they really show up what you don't want to see. And what was my other point? And when it's matte, you can use it as a bit of a contour too. So I take it kind of in my cheekbone, but then I kind of do this kind of what I call the E's. So it's, or 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So it's that sort of shape. I cried in the videos, and you all messaged me about it, and I think that's super, super kind. So thank you very much, because I don't think I've ever, well, I know I've never, apart from birthdays, this quad I'm going to use, I'm going to go in with this matte MAC eyeshadow. So it's matte cream, no shimmer at all. I'm going to place that all over my eyelid as kind of my primer, like my base, just to give me a flat palette to work on. Oh, pain's really kicking in now. I've never had so many messages, and I am so, so grateful. They were utterly amazing. Your kindness. You know, people say the social media is a bad place. Not for me, it's not. I'm going to go in now with this kind of copper as my... No, do you know what? I'm going to go in here with this lovely champagne shade. This is a quad I built myself, and it's kind of my favourite colours, as you can probably tell. Let's get that over the lid. Get a bit of highlight and shine over my lid. I've never had so many lovely messages, and it was about me and how I look, which made me feel very lovely. Now I'm going in with the copper with the same brush, tap it off, and I'm just going to take that very lightly, just almost above my socket line. I want my lids to look as long as possible, so my movable lid that I'm blinking now, that's my movable lid, and my socket is this bit that dents in here. So can you see I'm just taking it back and forth, windscreen wipering with a nice fluffy brush, just to kind of define that socket a little bit higher than it is. And do you know what, actually it was the thing that was most loveliest in the messages, because you were saying lovely things about how I look, and I will be honest, I already think that about myself, so I'm probably a bit strange, because I do think I'm pretty. So weird to say that out loud. When I've got my slap on, I just hate my body. From here, just above my boobs, to my crotch. Love my legs, love my bottoms of my arms. I hate the tops of my arms. They are unbelievably fat, and basically I lost weight. I was like a size 20 when I was 16, moved up to London, and after uni I worked in a trainer store. I was running around a lot, and I lost weight. It was amazing. I wish I remembered it. I even had a boyfriend at the time who was like, oh my god, you can see your hip bones. And I was like, ah, thank you so much. And I think what that did was then make my boobs saggy, this bit under my arms saggy where I lost the weight, under here, and my belly like give me an apron, and oh, it's disgusting. I hate myself so much in that area. And I know you shouldn't do that, because officially you're meant to, what you're meant to do, you're meant to sort of tell yourself you're thin and that you love yourself, and then you will be. I think that's bollocks, to be honest, but you know, it might work for some people. You've got to manifest and be, because apparently your brain can't tell whether you're lying or not. So if you tell your brain that you're very thin, maybe it'll automatically speed up your metabolism. I don't know. I'm going in with my Revlon, and it's got a Revlon eyebrow pen. It's got that wonderful little tip there. I'm going to draw on some fine little strokes. I mean, you can't really see, can you? Sorry, but I've got to concentrate. I just don't like that part of me, and you know, you guys were like saying, you know, you should accept yourself, you should love yourself. You know, this is 2024. You know, we grew up in the 90s to early 2000s where they were body shaming. Now we don't do that anymore. Accept yourself. And do you know what? Of course I agree with all of that, but that will never happen, because I will never like what I see, and especially because I've never had like a really committed long-term partner. Now that is mainly my fault, because I'm obviously not into commitment. as you can probably tell by the fact that I go for people that would probably never commit. It's kind of my get out of jail free clause, and I can blame it on them. But those ones I really did like and probably would commit to didn't like me. So, and I always blame that on my weight. Of course, it might be because I'm bloody annoying, which would be fair. And I'm just going to run my Benefit. I don't really like this, I'm just using it up. Goof Proof Brow Pencil. I don't know how it's goof proof because it's got a bloody massive tip on it. Although it is good, like if you say have fair eyebrows, I suppose, and you just literally want to fill them in softly, then it's great. But I want defined strokes, so I shouldn't say it's not very nice. It's just not right for me. Where were we? Eyeliner. Do you know what? I'm actually going to use that for my eyeliner as well, because I've got a Boots one. I'm sorry, number 7, I do love you, but this nib is shocking. This nib for an eyeliner. Look at it. It's so fat. Should I try? I mean, I haven't really got any wrinkles on my eyelids, and I find it hard. So how you would do it? How you would do it with lines, because it just doesn't sort of flow, and it's got this like weird fat tip. Let's just do that, and then I'll blend it in. Actually, that's what I'll do. I'll do that, and then I'll blend it in with a little angle brush there. Let's blend it in with a brown. Would one have? Oh, of course I have. Duh! I was wondering, what do I normally use on my eyes? It's because I'm not looking in my makeup bag. I've got a matte single I need to ask them what it's called. AYU, the Irish brand, AU. No, I don't know where the matte one is. Let's use the shimmery one then, because I can't be bothered to find it. I'm going to just blend in that on my eyes a little, blend in that black line. Just soften it up a little bit. There you go. That's all I needed. I feel like you can't see that very well at all. So, although I agree with what everyone's telling me to do, I won't do it. Also, a few people have said, you know, you'll lose weight when it's time and when you want to exercise and want to have a diet. No, I won't. If I was going to do it, I would have done it by now. I do not have the hours in the day or the strength or energy for around the hours I do have. Like today, get up at 5 AM to work out before. No, not going to happen. Just going to go over that a bit, ironically, with that lovely brow liner, because the brow liner is essentially just liquid liner in brow colour. Do you know what I'm going to do? Is I'm going to put some of this setting spray over my face before I curl my eyelashes again. Although I have curled them once, I hope this doesn't ruin them. I'm just going to cover up my eyes a little bit. Ooh, because that is very wet. I'm a genius. Where were we with that little diatribe? Yeah, so that's one reason why the working out isn't going to happen. Although, like, I've got a day off tomorrow, so I'm obviously going to work out, so that's absolutely fine. But what happens when I do any kind of cardio or get hot is I get a massive migraine, and I refuse to keep doing that to myself. I keep trying and it doesn't work. So the only things that don't give me a migraine are yoga when I'm not upside down too much, I wore these stickers last night to stop me wrinkling, and I think they might have like some stickiness on them still. Yoga, swimming, walking, weight work, not too bad. So that's what I'll do with my PT tomorrow, I'll do some weight work. But basically none of that is going to drop weight at the amount I'm doing it. It isn't, it's a fact. Also, I've got a brain tumour that really affects my pituitary and thyroid, and they're your control centre, and the pituitary especially is your main hormone control centre, and my cortisol, because of that, is through the roof, and because I've got a very stressful, busy life. Although I haven't got children, that's one thing I always take into account, because they would probably kill me. Oh, this is my favourite. This is my Avon. Look Look at that lovely fluffy mascara brush. Avon Extreme Length in black. It seems to grip each single lash and like do them individually. So I do them like this, then I stop, and then I go in and do another coat later on once they've dried, and it really builds them up. If you don't have eyelashes that drop and they are naturally up, you could just do all the coats at once, but my lashes will drop if you go in too hard with something heavy. Anyway, so I'm just not going to lose the weight in a traditional way unless I literally took a month off. I don't know how long I went to a retreat and like killed, you know, really went for it. Was on a very strict juicing diet, because my diet is good, especially when I'm at home, but when I'm on jobs, the chocolates sneak in, the catering sneaks in, you know, all of that. I don't even drink as much as I used to, and I thought that would help. I used to drink at home all the time, and I used to go out every single night. I wasn't working later than 8 o'clock. But no. Anyway, so that's so far. That is so far. Let's get some little bit of blush on, shall we? Let's get some blush on. This is again IU in Iconic. It's a cream blush in a massive amount. It's gorgeous. It's such a gorgeous colour. I love it so much. It's not a pink and it's not a coral. It's quite vibrant. I take it right up high. Really want to lift my face as much as possible. Cream blushes are great because they don't look powdery. They give you a lot of flashback on your skin, but they're not glittery. Yeah, I'm just not going to lose weight traditionally or like in the ways you suggested. I would have to like kind of go away and blitz it, and then what I expect would happen is I put that weight back on. I've always been big, and that will probably never change. So it's not like I was a size 8 and I put it on and therefore you can drop it down, and it's not like I don't eat carbs, I don't eat any bread or pastries. You know, some people say I'll cut out bread for a week and then, you know, I drop 5 stone. That's not going to happen for me because I don't eat that badly in the first place. I do have quite a lot of oat milk. I try and have proteins in the morning. Like, I do everything right. Oh, that by the way was my Lacura Luminous filter, which is the dupe for Charlotte Tilbury from Aldi. Fucking amazing. Literally the same product. Unbelievable. Now in here I keep my used eyelashes. This is a little box from the Container Store in America and I love it. It's a lovely little tiny size. I've got a couple of glues in there as well, but I'm actually using my favourite, which is Swede eyelash glue. And I've got a few in here that I wore recently, because you can re-wear them and re-wear them if you clean off the band at the back. Let's get those. These are very, very fine wispies from Ardell, but have I worn them because they're very long? Maybe I just put them in there in anticipation of this and being clever. So that's them. Quite long, so I'm going to trim them. Let's trim the end off. So it's making it that length now. Now I trimmed the longer end off because I want the shorter end to be in the middle of my eye. So what you guys said, which actually made me the happiest. I'm going to trim into those a little bit. They still seem a little bit long. I'm just going to trim the length of them this way, not the band, but the actual length of the lashes. You also said, and this was the best bit, that you loved my videos and you loved listening to me and it made you happy, or it made you laugh, it made you smile, or you look forward to them. And wow, do you know what I really needed? Because I don't get paid for any of this. I don't get paid for all the videos I post on YouTube, and I don't get paid for all the content I create. Occasionally a brand I'll work with a brand that I love and know, and I'm like £200, which is great, but it's not like, let's trim this one as well. You know, it's not like a real income from this to really make it all worth it. Let's trim the ends of those as well because they're a little bit long at the inner. So did you see them when I was putting that on? Let's see if I can come up a bit closer for this one. I'm having to use this little hand mirror. I should use the big mirror in front of me. I actually placed it at the very end of my eye, so the inner shortest one starts on my pupil, and then I lift up at the end, and that will have the effect of actually raising my eyes up and looking a little bit more cat-like. Now this end that's very long. I'm going to have to trim that. I can't wear that at Ascot. It looks so fake. I don't want to look like I've got tons of fakeness or fake lashes. I sort of want them to sort of blend in as best they can. Let's dust off. It's stuck all over my face now. So yeah, thank you for saying that, because it like gave me like the complete impetus to kind of carry on and keep going. So I'm very, very grateful to you for telling me that and kind of give me the little spur I need. I think the problem is no one ever comments on my videos. I get quite a lot of messages but no comments, and that's a bit gutting really, because the comments are what I need for traction and to get me up. And also it's like that kind of instant feedback. I'm just covering up that band a little bit with some more eyeliner. The instant feedback that I need to know that I'm making what you want to see, because I never know what to make videos about, because of course quite a lot of this seems very, very simple to me, like your job would seem simple to you. So there they are. Can you see them? I'm going to do some mascara in the inner corners now to kind of make the inner bit, the bit that hasn't got an eyelash on, as dark as where the lash is on the other end. All these little tricks will really, really help your lashes look more subtle and real. All in all, it was quite a positive post because it achieved me feeling happy about you guys. Yeah, and quite a few people said, you know, no wonder you feel this way because of, you know, society's standards of what's beautiful, and that is true. But what people said about me feeling this way because of Instagram isn't true. Nothing on Instagram makes me feel this way. I would feel this way regardless, because even if we didn't have TV, magazines and social media, I still think the whole world would prefer slimmer people. And everyone said, oh, men like girls with more curves. No. No. I'm very surprised at that. Because if that was the case, titillation for men in the sense of magazines or Love Island or any of those things would have girls that look like me, and they don't. So you cannot say men prefer that. Maybe some men, where did that go? But generally, no. I feel like it's quite dark in my camera. I hope it isn't. Maybe I should have put you in front of my mirror. Anyway, let's finish up. Get some. This is a brow. Avon's Dewy Brow. Dewy? Oh, Dewy Brow Boost. Maybe that's why it. You know, I've been kind of giving it a hard time, but basically it doesn't really set them like a real soap brow. It just kind of defines them a bit, and the fact that it says dewy, maybe that's the reason why. I didn't really read that. I just like it to be able to brush them through with, clean them up a bit with, and it sort of fluffs them a bit, but it doesn't really. Well, my eyebrows won't soap brow anyway unless I literally laminate them with that home kit. Take the excess off. So I'm going to put a red. Should I put the red lip on now? So, yeah, let's put it on now so I can show you the completed look. I think that's only fair. I'm going to go in with my Burberry. Who knows? Who knows what colour that is? It's so beaten up and old and it needs a sharpen. I always go to the outside rim of my cotton lip. They look as full as possible, but they stay inside on my top lip because I can't bear it when people overline the Cupid's bow of their top lip. It looks so fucking fake. Unless it's in a photo on the red carpet. But on film or in real life it looks terrible. Stop doing that. Lovely creamy pencil that. I'll throw that on my bed to remind me to take it. Lovely. This is my Charlotte Tilbury little red lipstick palette, and my Chanel lip brush that's got a little lid on it. The lip brush is from my mum. Love it. What a great gift. And the Charlotte Tilbury red lips is from my girlfriends Katie Evans, Kate Kent and Bit Baker and Sarah Edwards Knight. No, that's a lie. It's from Kate Kent and Katie Evans because it came in my advent calendar. I think it was from Liberty, which they got me for work. I'd passed over, which I didn't need to do. So there's my final look. Red lips, hair up, I'm going to put my hat on. Maybe once I'm all dressed I'll show you the finished thing. Thanks for bearing with me on this 28-minute long video. Nice that I'm not going to have to edit it. Maybe I will edit. No, I think I will edit it. Not to take stuff out, but just so it's not one plain. To take out some oohs and ahs and me drinking coffee. Okay, see you in a minute when I've got my final outfit on. That's me ready. Hat. My mum's earrings, her pearl earrings, my little diamond horseshoes, my sapphire, this is Bex's gold ring, my little gold and diamond witchbone ring, oh my god, my signet ring, my grand's wedding ring, my gold and diamonds I got myself, this little one is from Primark, and then my gold and diamond horseshoe ring, obviously my watch and my gold and diamond bracelet for this year's birthday, and then I think this was maybe my gold one for my 32nd or 3rd. This is my monsoon dress that I think is a little bit big for me. It comes down way past the knee as per Royal Ascot's Royal Enclosure's request. These are my shoes to go with the hat. My handbag doesn't quite go, but refuse to buy anything new. That's cream and this is probably ivory. So that's it, that's me ready. Am I going to take my camera with me? I should just film my phone. I think I'm going to try and film everything on my phone because I don't think I fit my camera in. Anyway, let's see if I can put some clips on the end of this just to show you my day. Thank you for watching, as ever. I won't do a sign out at the end, or maybe I will, I don't know. I've got to go. We're here in the Royal Enclosure. We've got the summer house just here. I need to clean my screen. So there's lots of different places, like restaurants built out of these kind of temporary structures, which are well-known restaurants like the Royal or whatever. Where you can sit and have dinner and drinks, where you pay for a package, I think, to have afternoon tea. But for now, I'm just walking back into the bar to get drinks our first round. I'm so thirsty, it's so hot. I'm not complaining, but it is a bit of a struggle. So we're waiting for the driver. They're now coming in. So hopefully they'll go right past us. There's Elaine and Sarah. We've got our drinks. I've got a pint, which isn't very nice. They've got nice glasses of wine.
Second winner of the week is 11th overall at Royal Ascot. Congratulations go to Kevin Ryan.
Thought I'd update you on what's going on. So, just been to the loo, don't need to know about that. And I walked around the front because we just stopped for a drink and something to eat in the main hall, which is in here. Because there are restaurants like these ones, but we didn't want an actual meal for £70, we just wanted a snack. So we had that, had a drink, and now we've actually walked out to the front course side to watch the races, but I've gone to the loo, so I've done kind of a loop. I walked around the course, went to the outside toilets, and I'm now looping back in. There's quite a lot of walking, but it's not terrible. And you sort of chat to people and, you know, compliment the ladies on their dresses and everything. There's one lady who's going to walk past me now in a top hat. top hat and black suit. What a legend. Anyway, so that's what's going on. In this royal enclosure, in the inside bit, there's 3 floors, and that will take you out to all of the stands to watch. So you go up those stairs, or you can be out on the course like I'm about to do. And of course it's just absolutely packed with people. I've just put money on for the 3:45. I've just done 1 to win and 1 each way. Guesses, actually, I didn't know the trainers or jockeys, so purely guesses. But anyway, oh my god, it's so busy. Do you know what I would say? I would say that Royal Enclosure isn't really worth it. I'll be honest, it's lovely and everyone looks incredible. All the men obviously have to be in top hats and morning suits, and all the women have a strict dress code in terms of their shoulders and the length of their skirts and their hats. It's not like you get anything for it. You don't get any, like, you know, I don't know, you just don't get anything for it. You don't get any free food or drinks.
For Christopher Infinity Horses and Signal, and the white with the black chevrons, the black sleeves and cap, and sheep mouth.
The distances were 1 length and 1.5 lengths, 1 length and 1.5 lengths. The winner's time was 1 minute 40.48 seconds, 1 minute 40.48 seconds.
Did you know you can get pints of Pimm's at Ascot? See you in 5 hours. Thank you so much. I'm not giving it the big guns or anything, but the king just shook my hand, and now I don't know what to do about washing it. Or whether I like to imprint it on something. Licking is too much.
Doesn't really narrow it down.
So, I'm back in Waterloo Station. I've just got the train back. It was, as you can imagine, absolutely bloody hellish. But I got a seat, so that was good. And a bottle of water. I managed to get a bottle of water from Tesco's on the way back to Ascot. We went to a few pubs afterwards. Again, as you can imagine, absolutely fucking packed. Excuse my language. Beer flying everywhere. I bet you want to look at my dress because I can imagine it's ruined. Yeah, that's where we stand with everything. Met the king. I didn't curtsy because I panicked. And I just said, thank you, sir. Who says thank you, sir, to the king? That was only less mildly embarrassing than meeting Lydia Villan. the other queen, who I chatted to about absolute nonsense. So, waste of her time and my time, really. Anyway, so that was my day in Ascot. Gonna try and get a taxi home now. I need to go to the toilet so badly that I'm actually in pain. I'm in pain. And that's it. I have nothing else to say apart from how much pain I'm in. My feet are ripped to shreds. I'm wearing trainers next year. It's not worth it. Good night.